Welcome to another episode of the Woman Up podcast. We are here to entertain, educate, and elevate women on this journey we call life. I'm trying to not laugh because we've just had a bit much starting this episode. But on this week's episode, I have Illana Gambrill with me, who is the founder of Dancebox. Illana.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I've been following you for a long time, and I know, energy-wise, you are a really hyped-up person, but I wasn't prepared.
For what you just had to witness.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know who you are, just tell the audience who you are and what you do.
What's your name? Where'd you come from? My name is Illana Gambrill, and I run the company Dancebox, like you just said. And Dancebox was created out of my love for dance. I was a professional dancer before I opened it. And I could see that there was space within the industry that was lacking joy. And I've lost my love for dance. So I thought, how do I bring it back into my life? So I opened up an adult dance class to just pour into anyone and everyone. And that was 10 years ago next month.
Yeah. I
And
can't
that's
believe
what
it's
I
been
do.
that long.
I can't believe it's been that long. It feels like a lifetime, but also feels like nothing. You know, there's so much more.
Yeah. But before that, you were dancing professionally, in what sense?
Yeah, so I used to work behind artists. I used to back in dance for artists on tours, TV shows. And all while I loved it, because that's what I trained for my whole life, it wasn't... So I started dance because I found joy within it, and it changed my life because I was not a very confident person. I wasn't very... I lived in an abusive household.
Okay.
And I needed an escape, and all my friends were going to this dance class down the road, and I begged my mum and dad if I could go, and my mum was like, yeah, go on, you can do it. And I went in and I did my first class, and in that moment I literally said, this is it, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So it started as this release and escapism. And when I hit the industry, and I was fortunate enough to get into the industry, I was like, this wasn't it. This wasn't exactly what I thought. Yes, you get the elation on stage and the roaring crowds or TV or whatever, but it wasn't what made my heart sing anymore. I was in it till 27. I left when I was 27, the industry. And I straight away opened up my laptop the next morning and I said on Facebook, does anyone want to do a dance class?
No way.
And that was it.
I love that.
That was it.
How many people did you have at your first class?
2 or 3.
Okay.
Maybe max 5, actually.
Yeah.
But they were my mum, my mum's best friend, my best friend, and her mum. So it was not... I am going to get emotional today.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because today has been a big day. But it was... it was just a little thing for me to find joy and give back to my community. I didn't see this happening. Before I knew it, there was queues out the door to get in to Dancebox, and it was mind-blowing. Press texting me, DMing me, asking if they can come down and do write-ups, and I was like, what? For Illana's adult dance class? Because that's what it was called.
It wasn't called Dancebox at the beginning?
No.
Okay.
I think it took me about a year and a half, and I was like, okay, this is growing. It can't be called Illana's adult dance class anymore.
Yeah.
And the amount of messages I used to receive saying, what kind of adult dance class is this?
Yeah.
Me, well, come and find out, babes. And then me just screaming in their face and slapping their asses. That's exactly what they signed up for.
I love that. For anyone who's not familiar with your dance classes, how would you describe them?
It's really hard. I always really struggle with this part because
Okay.
it's kind of indescribable. And I've been posting about it for the last decade, and still people come to the class and they're like, I didn't think it was gonna be this intensely deep.
Right.
It's empowering, it's powerful, it cracks your heart open, it cracks stuck energy open, it's very raw and animalistic, and it's a space where I want you to be so authentically yourself that I see the ugly come out and I see the beauty pour out and I see the human pour out. And when people tap in and they see it, they're like, holy flip. And there's a lot of tears, there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of purging, giggles. It's wild what comes out of people when they just choose to show up as themselves and release the mask, like what we just said. I don't know how people put that on for so long anyway.
Yeah.
I get it. Society have royally screwed with our minds. So yeah, that's kind of what Dancebox is like.
Yeah. But
It's
how
wild.
do you get people to get comfortable enough to just be able to do that?
I really honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, well, okay, I do know, but when I think about that recipe, I think to myself, would I feel safe enough if someone was to do that to, because I've been led by many people and I don't know if I've ever really resonated with anyone that's ever led me in a space before. I think, I cuddle them as soon as they come in. I make sure that everyone is seen. I obviously ask for consent because a lot of people don't really like human contact,
Yeah.
but everyone seems to say yes. I also do a little speech at the beginning just to make sure they understand who I am. They are also surrounded by people that have been coming for a long time and they are very loving towards the newbies.
Yeah. I love that.
It's not just me, it's a team, it's a community. And some people have been with me from the beginning, so they know exactly how to treat someone that's new. And especially, these people, some of them I've been watching for 5, 6, 7 years and have gone, okay, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to go. So I need to make sure that they, in that courage that they've took, and however means they took to get there, people come from all over the UK, that their time and their being is looked after.
Yeah.
And then I think the energy of the room, when women and men collectively go wild without inhibitions and you're still stuck, there's a fuck it moment for everyone, I think. And some people know, some people get quite triggered by the openness of it. And are like, you know what, this is too much for my heart at this moment. And I'm like, cool, man. When the time's right, the time's right.
Yeah. When you say you do a speech at the beginning of each class, can you give an example of what that speech is like?
Well, there's a lot of giggles.
Okay.
Obviously, what you've just received is the energy they receive. So a bouncing ball of excitement and happiness and joy.
Yeah.
And that's infectious, I think. I sit down and I ask I tell the room what to expect. I tell the room that I would love for them to release their labels within that time with me. I don't want them to be a mother or a wife or their job label. I want them to be their human self. And I am asking them to basically rewire 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of hard wiring in those 2 hours, 1 hour, however long I'm teaching for. And I express to them that they are unjudged. I'd like them to not judge others or themselves. I let them know that they're safe. And I think you can hear that in my voice. You can see it in my eyes. I think authenticity doesn't lie. And I instantly see their shoulders drop and some people start breathing. And even in that moment, people start crying because I think they realise they need that space.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I've cried just watching your videos.
Don't say that.
Because I know sometimes you film the speeches that you do.
Yeah.
And I have such an issue with just letting go. I have to be in control of everything. And so sometimes I've watched that and I'm like, no, I can't go because I'm just going to embarrass myself.
But how are you going to embarrass yourself? By being a human?
Yeah.
By taking the mask off?
Correct.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I understand what society have done to us. And the reason I'm really good at what I do is because I was you. I'm not doing this because I just want to preach to a room. I was oh my gosh, riddled with insecurities, with
Mm.
fear,
Mm.
struggled with eating disorders, all of it. And when I came out the other side, I was about 23. Something snapped. Something
Mm.
snapped in me, and I was like, what are you doing? And that was it. I just started living for myself.
Mhm.
The industry, as well as the society, the industry I chose absolutely ruined
Yeah, I've heard
us.
that from.
It's not like that anymore, I don't think. I don't know. I can't speak for that. But it was awful. You know, I was told to stick my fingers down my throat at a ballet bar.
Mm.
I was told that. I was told all of the things. I was whipped. I don't think.
Whipped?
Yeah, in a ballet class once with a ruler.
No way.
My back wasn't straight enough.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I was like, sweetheart, this is not breaking news, but I ain't trying to be a ballet dancer.
Mm.
And yeah, I left that
Mm.
college pretty quick, and went off to LA actually to train
Oh, okay.
up as a dancer. This was 2007 was my
Mhm.
first trip there. Yeah, and I just was like, I'm rewiring the abuse that I've
Mm.
just gone through for myself. And I was very careful about who I let in my orbit at that time.
Yeah.
I was broken. I
Mm.
was really broken. And so, yeah, I don't think you could do what I do unless you've been through the fire. I don't think you can. And I'm going to say this, there's there's a client of mine that's never had professional dance training
Yeah.
and has run off and completely stolen my choreography, my words, my branding, my personality, my everything. And she earns money and teaches everyday human beings off the back of my
No
energy.
way.
And it's scary. It's scary because you're actually teaching other human beings. But where's that authenticity?
Yeah.
You're literally just copying another woman
Mhm.
whilst teaching every other women to be empowered.
Mm.
But yet you've stolen from the woman that fed you.
Yeah.
Authenticity, man. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I know a few people that are dancers, and there's obviously like a trend with like heels classes and like
Mm.
embrace your sensuality, sexuality, whatever it may be.
Mm.
But I don't know anyone like you, or I haven't seen classes advertised that look like yours. So I think like the authenticity piece is massive.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think no, there's some incredible dancers that are doing very similar stuff to
Mm.
what I do and have been. There's a couple of dancers that were in the industry with me that are doing it as well, and they are
Mm.
doing it so beautifully, and they are doing it to the beat of their drum. And
Yeah.
the world needs what we are providing,
Mhm.
but it just has to come with that authenticity. You know, that's it. Because you are asking people to unveil themselves when you yourself are wearing a mask.
Mm.
You've got to be authentic within this game. Period.
Yeah. What are like? Do you have any like crazy stories of stuff that's happened in your classes?
Crazy stories. Yeah, there's loads. There's loads. I mean, give me an example of what crazy is to you, though.
I don't know that like from like going to your classes regularly, someone's confidence has changed so much that they've gone and done like massive things.
Yeah, there's the testimonies of the women that have come to classes and their life and how their lives have changed are, um, yeah. There's a woman that came and she was struggling with drug addiction,
Okay.
and she came. I think she expressed that her first ever class she came to, she was high on cocaine,
Mm.
and she's clean through Dancebox.
No way.
Like, that's insane
That is so amazing.
because you're teaching someone their worth, and you're giving them a high that is natural,
Mm.
and you're showing them that there's life to be lived
Mm.
just through dance. Isn't that wild?
Mm-hmm.
There's that. There's women that have left their marriages that have been stuck and stagnant,
Mm.
and they've been so scared to take that leap because what's on the other side of decades of a relationship. There's people that have run off to the other side of the world because they want to see what more they can get out of life, and there's so many incredible testimonies, like
Yeah.
so many,
Yeah.
and it makes my heart explode.
Yeah. But when people if someone's just like, I don't get it, like it's a dance class,
Yeah.
like why can a dance class provide you with that kind of release? Like, I don't understand. What would you say to them?
Well, firstly, dance is medicine. Movement is medicine.
Yeah.
It's actually like medicinal in some countries in this world, you know? So firstly there's that. Then you're being led by this like pocket rocket of dynamite that will hold you and cry with you and love on you. But equally, I don't actually want to sell it to you if you don't get it.
Yeah.
Just come. And if you don't want to, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not for everybody, even though it is for everybody. You know?
Yeah. But are most of your clients women?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I think men are fucking petrified
Yeah.
of being exposed.
Mm.
I have had some beautiful men that come to my class, and all of the men that have come are queer.
Okay.
Apart from my brother. My brother used to come.
Oh,
My mum and my brother used to come to pretty much all the classes.
Yeah.
And my brother's always loved to dance, so that was an incredible space for him. And I was so proud of him because he's just dancing in a room full of women. I mean, I'm so proud of him. He bloody loved it, didn't he? Dancing in a room full of lovely women. But yeah, mainly women.
Yeah. But do you think your personal experiences have been like a massive shape within like Dancebox, like a massive influence on shaping Dancebox?
My personal life, 100 million %.
Yeah.
100 trillion %. And
Mm.
when I was teaching before lockdown in 2018, 2019, I felt like a fraud because I was telling them to all live their lives largely and don't be small anymore and take up space and you deserve everything in life. I used to get in my car and I used to cry my eyes out because I used to go home to a marriage that made me feel small and made me feel worthless and made me feel neglected. So I was like, I'm a liar. I'm actually a liar. But I meant it, and but the entirety of my business hasn't been about me preaching to other people at all times. It's also I'm saying what I need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I need to hear these words. So every time I'm preaching to them, I'm preaching to myself. I'd get in the car and I'd be like, right, find your power, Lan. Find your power, Lan. And then I did. I found my power at the end of 2019 and I left that marriage. But it was, that was hard for me because I was like, these women are actually listening to what I am saying and they're doing it. They're practicing it and I wasn't. That was weird.
Yeah. Hey ladies, thanks for joining us here on another episode of the Woman Up podcast. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. I just wanted to take a moment to say, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please follow the channel and leave us a review. It really, really helps with our reach. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any episodes in the future. If you're feeling especially inspired, please feel free to leave us a comment or share the episode on your socials. I personally read all comments and every share has a massive effect on our growth, so it really means the world to us. Thanks in advance, we appreciate you, and let's get back to the episode. That relationship, was that something that you were in before Dancebox or throughout?
No, it was before. I started Dancebox in 2014 and I got with my ex-husband in 2009.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I was a very different human being then. Like I've expressed earlier, I was not who I am today. I was broken and I was in need of external validation and I needed to fit in society. That's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to fit in. And this guy came along, and although my heart didn't bounce or sing or like go like woof, yes, I still said let's go. Um, which was wild.
How did you meet?
I actually knew him like for
Oh, okay.
years. He was like a guy from my area, and I actually went to LA, and I came back in 2009, and I met him. I saw him on a dance floor in a club, and he was like, "Oi, where you been?" I was like, "I've been in LA." He was like, "Can I take you for dinner?" I was like, "Go on then." And so yeah, and then that lasted for like 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
there a moment where you thought this isn't working for me, or was it just always?
Oh, throughout.
Wow. Okay.
Throughout, yeah. It was just the wrong connection. He was, and I'm sure still is, a really lovely guy.
Yeah.
Just not for me, not a soul connection, you know? Not someone that I should have been spending my life with. But, you know, no, I don't regret that relationship at all. I don't regret anything in life. I don't regret one part, because everything will make up your story and who you become. So, you know, that was that, and this is now.
I love that. But I feel like, do you think then your classes gave you that strength?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know if Dancebox didn't exist. I think I'd still be married.
No way.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Yeah, I think I would. There was other situations that were creeping up around that time that gave me the strength, but I think ultimately it was my work. Yeah.
I love that though.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's why I always say it's not a job. It's not my job. It's everything. It's my strength. It's everything.
So you've been doing that for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you recently just announced you're moving to LA. What happened there? Like, what was the inspiration to move?
So as like we've discussed a few times, I've been going on and off since 2007, and I was 16 years old. I think it was like 2023. Sorry, 2003. I don't want to give away my age, but actually, growing old is a privilege. 2003, I was 16. I said to my mum, I don't know why, but I'm gonna move to America. She was like, okay, cool. You do you. But also, like, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about this? I was like,
Yeah.
sweetheart. Anyway, there was a lot of things that came into play that meant it wasn't ever the right time. But there's this deep, unshakable calling for me to be in America. And I'm now 37, and I haven't shaken that feeling, not once. And I started working on my visa in 2010.
Wow.
Yeah. And my ex-husband said to me, it's me or LA. And I said, all right, let's build a life together. Then I left him. And then in 2020, I started my visa again. And then the world shut down. And then it reopened. And in 2022, I picked it back up. And then my mum got really sick. And I was like, I'm not leaving my mum. Then my mum got really well, thank God. And I was like, right. At the beginning of 2024, I started the visa again. And here we are in October 2024. And I got approved the other day. I've been going over there for the last few years to lay foundations, to, have a lot of meetings and get my name out there. And it's been really well received, thank God. I just need to get over there.
Yeah, because you're not wasting any time, are you?
I'm not wasting any time.
Yeah.
No, I actually got back from LA in July this year, sorry. And as soon as I got back, again, that deep, unshakable knowing that I was going to get approved, I started selling all my clothes. I started taking my clothes to charity shops, selling things in my house, packing up my house. And I'm looking around the house and I'm like, Lana, you're brave, because you don't even know if you're going.
Yeah.
And then I looked at my packed house and I got the call from my lawyer and I was like, And then I was hit with this, remember, this is like a 21-year dream, right? And then I was hit instantly with grief. I
Mm.
just sobbed my eyes out because all of these emotions of, I want to go, that's where my energy was. And then once it came through, all I could think about was what I was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what, and I ain't stopped crying since, basically.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'm all right actually now. I think I've cried a lot today.
Yeah, you seem quite calm.
Do you know what? It's been on my own pretty much the entire time since it's been announced. So to be around another energy and to speak about it in a, like, just it is what it is way is really quite nice and healthy for me.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, I'm at home sobbing my eyes out.
Oh. So what is the plan for LA?
Conquer it.
Mm.
Period. Full stop.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot of plans. I'm also, like, no one knew about LA. Family knew that it was pending, but also they didn't really know.
Okay.
I'm very much a keep my cards close to my chest kind of gal.
Mm.
When other things are put out there, I'm very aware of other people's energies and what not everyone wishes the best for everyone. So until things are happening, I keep stum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just how I've always been. A lot of people don't agree with that, but I just, privacy is power.
Yeah. Do you think your audience over there is completely different?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Everywhere I've ever taught has a different energy and a different vibe, but ultimately when you strip down all the layers of the different vibes, they're all walking with insecurities. They're all human beings that have been effed by society. Whether you live in America, whether you live in London, whether you live in Paris, wherever you're coming in from, like, there's pain in everyone. And I like seeing the masks strip away no matter where I am. I taught in New York a few times and gosh, they come in like wrecking balls and I'm like, oh, there's energy. And then you strip away that and you do the class with them and you just see this beautiful, vulnerable human being. But yeah, there's obviously you're designed by your destination, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm excited to get the LA women that are like, everyone wants to be someone out there and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, like, I remember going to this party and I was like, why is no one dancing? Everyone's just standing there trying to look like they're somebody.
Yeah.
And actually, I went up to this group of girls, I was on my own, and I was like, do you want to dance with me? The DJ is going off.
Yeah.
And you're just standing there in these beautiful dresses with this beautiful makeup and you've probably had 13,000 pictures taken on your camera reel. But how about we live? And one girl, they all looked at me like, who is this nut job with a weird accent? And this one girl looked at me and she was like, I like you. And she ran off and she danced with me. And then all her friends followed and we had such a great night. So that's what I want to break down. I'm not saying that everyone in LA is like that, but that's my experience in the last few months.
Yeah. I saw on Instagram you released something. I think you were dancing on the street.
Oh, yeah.
And like inviting people to dance with you.
Yeah.
That looked amazing.
And 90% of them were tourists.
Oh.
Yeah. But they were tourists of America.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was amazing. They were they're so receptive over there and they're so game and up for everything.
Yeah.
And I like people not being polite. I like people just being like, yeah, F it, let's do it. Like, I love that energy because that's what we're all here for. You're saying, but you still haven't been to my class, have you, Ma?
I know. You know what, though? I'm going to book one of your classes. You have like 3 classes left.
I think one of them just sold out.
Okay, well, I need to do it.
So I've got 2 classes left.
As soon as we finish recording. I'm going to have to book it. But you've got like a goodbye class on the 19th.
It's see you later. Okay. I'm not saying goodbye.
Yeah.
There's no, like, this is my foundation. The UK is my baby and my home, you know? Whether it's my spiritual home, I don't think that, but it's been my home for 37 years. And I'm not leaving this. Like, I'm coming back for retreats and events and all the other things in between. And obviously, my family are here. My best friends are here. So it's not goodbye, but the event is going to be the last time I teach for a long time in the UK. So it's going to be very emotional. Oh, God. Yeah, that's going to be very emotional.
Yeah. You okay?
I'm all right.
You know, with the actual classes, like, how do you keep that, like, judgment-free zone about them?
If I notice there's any inch of... Do you know what? Honestly, in the 10 years that I've taught, I can count on my hands the people that I have not wanted to come back because their energy wasn't right. I'd say there's been about 10 women. And I always give people the benefit of the doubt because I believe that you're only going to be judging people because you're judging yourself. That insecurity is just a mirror, you know. So I always give the people the benefit of the doubt. But if I see it too often and you're just not right for right now, I have asked people to not come back.
Okay.
Because it's such a sacred space. And I need to make sure that everyone that gets the courage to come is safe. And I just think, although I am so loving and so here for them, I think you can tell with my energy in that room as well that I will not take any shit.
Yeah.
I really fucking won't. I'm sorry. I won't. I really won't. Yeah.
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 Because even though this is the first time I've met you in person, I was a little bit scared of you, not gonna lie.
Shut the frick up.
And I don't mean scared that, like, you're not who you are. I mean scared that, like, you'll see my insecurities and you'll just be like, get up. And that, like, accountability piece is scary for me.
Yes, I understand that. And you're spot on. I see things almost instantly, which is a blessing and a curse for me. But isn't it beautiful to be seen? I know people are like, I don't want to be seen. Shut up. I want to be in my duvet. Shut up. But once you are seen, you are loved. Like, you're missing out on a very crucial human experience by not being seen. I mean that. It's a crucial human experience. Like, we're going to get to our deathbed and be like, well, I didn't actually live life, actually. And then you see what's on the other side, and then you're like, bollocks. I should have just shown myself up.
Yeah.
Oh mate, I show myself up all the time. I was raised I've been burnt by my sisters and the people I have called friends over and over and over again. The friendship group I chose to have as a kid, I just found was so, like many, I guess, like, just not accepting of who I am. I always felt like the black sheep. So in turn, I tried to make myself fit in, and that really sucks. That's really painful. And then I was like, okay, let me go and find people where I can actually just be myself and be seen. And honestly, the first time I felt I was truly seen was one of the most emotional days. I will always remember that, and I'll never forget that person. But I really felt seen, and then I was like, I'm not going back.
What was that experience?
Not yet. Not ready to talk about it yet. I can't.
Okay.
But no, listen, and then I found so many beautiful people that have come into my life that just see me instantly. Even like I did this incredible trip to Mexico in last December, and I met these incredible human beings, and this one girl even saw through my energy and like the power of my energy. We were just sat, we got stuck on a beach hut in this storm, and she was just holding me because I was falling asleep under the storm. It was really late. And she woke up and she was like, oh, I actually I just felt everything as to why you are the way you are. And I was
No
like,
way.
what? And she spoke everything, and my heart cracked open. And I understood myself deeper. And I'm so open for people to say, I see everything. I'm so open for that, because in that one moment, I'll name her. She's incredible. Her name's Elise, and she's a breathwork coach. She changed me in that moment.
What did she say though?
She saw the pain that I suppressed from my childhood. She saw, because I felt so much pain in my life, that every room I walk into, it's so important for me to make sure there's joy in the room. And she said, that's a lot to carry, Lan. Like, you carry a lot. And this woman knew me for like a week at this point. And then she selflessly said, like, I'd love to gift you a breathwork class. Let me come to your apartment. Woof. It was life-changing. I saw everything. I don't know what she did, what spell she put me under, but I saw everything. I felt everything. I saw images that my body and my soul had blocked out due to it not being so traumatic for my brain. I saw it and I felt it. Well, you can imagine from then onwards, I was gone for like a month or two after that. But like in the best way.
Yeah.
I want to feel it. So yeah, I'm thankful to her. And that trip in general, everyone was like that. Everyone was like, I see you.
Yeah. I went to an event last year, and it was like a 3-day event where in the afternoon every day we did breathwork, and I made a friend who's a breathwork facilitator as well. And on day one, for me, it was so weird because everyone was like purging, screaming, making like strange sounds. And after that was my first ever experience of breathwork, I said to my new friend, I don't really understand why everyone's screaming. And then I said, I'm not a screamer, so I don't really get it. And she was like, just do whatever feels natural to you. Anyway, on day 3, I screamed.
Yes.
And I have never in my life screamed from the pit of I don't know where. And
Isn't it powerful?
Like, pain that I had, like in my hips and stuff, it like dissipated.
I speak about this all the time. Women store their trauma in their hips. They burrow it in there. It dissipated. Is it still gone?
It like felt like it evaporated. Like I don't know how else to describe it.
Breathwork is so powerful, and everyone needs it. Everyone needs it. I'm so happy you had that experience.
Yeah, me too.
Insane.
Yeah. So I fully like understand what you're saying.
Well done, you, man.
And that also like connects the dots with like your dance class as well.
So there's a lot of talk of retreats in the US, and I've been speaking to this breathwork facilitator because I'd love to do my work with breathwork and some other somatic kind of dance stuff where it's not choreography based. And I just want to go. I want to be the attendee. Like,
yeah.
I will do what I need to do for my teachings, and then I will be a part of it, because you know, people, I want to stop the world self-medicating and self-abusing, and pour this. Got to be careful with who you're led by. You really do, though. Some facilitators don't really know what they're doing, and so they leave you open. And you're like, now what?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But touch wood, all my breathwork facilitators that I've met have been like incredible.
That's amazing. So do you have retreats coming up, or
in the UK?
Yeah.
There's one potential. Oh my god, my girls are gonna scream. There's one potential one, yes, for 2025. I'm looking at a venue in Somerset, actually.
Oh, okay.
That's nothing's actually done there yet, but yeah, that venue's being recce'd out, and I will start making some plans.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
But there's no way I'm just gonna start off and not come back.
Yeah. So then what should someone expect from your retreat?
Oi, oi, oi. The first ever retreat I did, I've only done 2, was life-changing for me and for everyone that came. It's so deep, and I didn't realise it was going to go that deep.
Okay.
But wow. I don't even know how to articulate it. But by the end, after lots of dancing and lots of other things that I did, by the end, we're all sat by a fire and everyone is screaming. Everyone's crying, everyone's burning things in fire pits and sharing things that they've never shared before and unearthing things they've never unearthed before, to the point where a lot of people had to take time off work
Wow.
after it. And yeah, it was very... I didn't speak for about a week after the retreat. I couldn't. It was... I can't share that. I don't know how to articulate it, honestly.
Well, one of my questions, I don't know how you're going to take it, but
You're scared of me?
no. What would you want to say to all your London clients that have supported you on this journey?
This ain't the day for it, girl. I honestly, I don't want to sound cliche and not like this is just something to say. This is truly from my heart how I feel. That without them and without the trust they put in me and the love they give me back that I give them, there would be no Dancebox. Like, there would be no me. Like, they will say I've changed their lives, but they have changed mine.
Yeah.
They have seen me through the hardest times of my life. They have no idea that they've seen me through some of my hardest days. They have no idea they got me through it all. So, thank you isn't big enough. I don't know. Well, I love them. They are my heart. They're my family. And I'm going to miss them. But, you know, like I said, it ain't goodbye. Just, yeah, they're the best. I've really created a beautiful, beautiful tribe.
Yeah, you can see that as well. Oh, can I give you a hug?
Yes. I was like, God, I'm really doing well here. Woof, they mean everything to me, man.
Yeah.
They really do. Your hair tastes nice.
I was going to say, is that nice. My hair or yours?
Tastes nice. Oh, dear Lord. But how beautiful to have accumulated so much love that it's this painful to leave. Like, that's so beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather have it than not. And I'd rather feel this pain than never have had what I've had, you know?
Yeah, I was going to say, because all these, like, people that do, like, 9-to-5 jobs and just, like, day in, day out, and you are literally living, like...
You know what? I was trying to move to LA in 2012, and I started a 9-to-5 job to get myself there because I
can't even imagine you in a
babe,
9-to-5 job.
Babe, I've got to say that.
Doing what?
Listen, right? I was a professional dancer at the time, and obviously work you can't always rely on. So I was like, right, well, how am I going to earn a load of money? So I went to this media company where I basically sold stands at the Ideal Home exhibition. I called people up and I said, listen, I've got a stand for you, babe. We can sell your beauty products here, here, and here, and here. It's going to cost you this much. Anyway, soul destroying.
Yeah.
Soul destroying to the point where I used to cry in my car every single time going there. I used to bash my head on the desk when I was there. I'd cry leaving. I felt destroyed. And I remember one of my friends I went to school with, she worked there. Actually, she helped me get the job. And the CEO would come into the office to like have a like team meeting and everything. And I'd be at the front doing box splits, like just, you know, trying to keep my flexibility going, and I'd be dancing while I was on the phone, and my mate Michelle would be like, babe, you cannot do this. This is the CEO. I said, I couldn't give a shit who he is. I need to do my box splits. He's talking and I'm bored. I'm not designed for it. I'm really not designed for it. Anyway, my mum will tell you, I was the most depressed I've ever been in my life. I lasted a year though. I got my paycheck, but anyway, I decided to stay for the man, didn't I? So I didn't use it for LA.
Oh.
It wasn't the right time. It's never been the right time.
Yeah.
Now's the right time.
Do you believe in divine timing?
I believe in it so big time. What?
Yeah.
I've actually, because I've been clearing out my house, I've been finding a lot of my old notebooks and things like this, and every single notebook. And I date every notebook. So like, from like 2008 onwards, I am living in LA. I am living in LA. I am living in LA. And I was telling a couple of my clients and friends, I don't know why, but there was I doodle on my things where I'm like on the phone, whatever. And 3 and 7 was everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh, wow.
I've got pictures of it and videos of it.
Yeah.
And I'm 37. Isn't that weird? I don't know why, what was going on at that time, maybe. I don't know. But there's 3s and 7s everywhere. There's write-up magazines of me when I was 23 talking about my career and talking about how one day I'll live in LA.
Yeah.
Anyway, whoever's listening, use this as inspiration to not give up. It's taken me 21 years, but I'm doing it.
I love it.
Me too.
What challenges have you had like along the way of building Dancebox?
Oi, babe, where do I start? It's not been plain sailing. November 2014 to November 2024, I have done this entire thing on my own. I've never had a team. I've had people dipping in and out and they've been great, but I've ultimately never had a team, and that's been really hard. You know, there's been days, you know, when I first started, I'd turn up to like no one in the class, and you'd push and you'd push and you'd push. You feel like you're going nowhere, and there's so much that's gone down. I'm so overwhelmed today. I can't remember it all, but so many doors slammed in my face. Just loads. There's been loads, you know, and I've gone through so many different forms of heartbreak since this, and turning up and being a light for everybody else when I'm on the floor has been really hard. But also when I leave that space, and I was always elated and filled to the brim. So I don't know. It's been a beautiful journey of insane power and pain. There's been loads of pain.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'd say the person that I poured so much love into for 6 years, her running off and stealing everything, that's really painful.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
And they claim that they didn't, and it's all coming from themselves, and I think that's very painful. It really made me lose my trust in people for a minute there, actually. But you can't let one bad egg.
Yeah, but no one can do what you do.
No, of course. It's still painful to watch one of your own do that, you know? Anyway.
I had a question and now it's gone completely out of my head.
Okay, no worries. Do you want to talk about something
happens
else?
To me all the time.
Talk about sex?
Oh, do you think you'll get married again?
Never say never. But I don't know if I believe in that social
construct.
Thank you. I don't know if I believe in it. I think it was designed by some geezer hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
To keep us in society's brackets. And yeah, I think if I truly did fall in love again, or for the first time ever, I would love to celebrate our love, but I don't know about the whole marriage thing.
Yeah.
Who knows? Talk to me in a few years, you know what I mean? I change and evolve every day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Do you think no? you think your partner would need to be like just as crazy as you? Or
No.
maybe he'd be the calm to your
Yeah.
storm.
I think I would love not, I mean, people that are close to me knows, but I'm so soft and so sensitive. And when I'm in the environment of my closest, I am Illana, but I'm also just very, I just want to be held and I want to be cuddled and stroked. They all know this. Like, even my best friend, she's taken me away this weekend. She said, listen, I ain't a stroker, but I will this time.
I love that.
So yeah, I need someone that is soft
Yeah.
and sensitive and allows the crazy. But I also want them to be whoever they are. I just want them to be who they are.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Maybe he's in LA. Maybe not. Who cares?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever the world has got for me, my arms are open and my heart is wide. Let's go.
Yeah. I think you've answered this already, but if you could control one thing for the viewer to take from this episode, what would you want it to be?
My heart.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want, you said that you were scared to meet me. And we spoke about earlier, like, people not being who they say they are online and stuff like that. I'd probably want people to understand that I am exactly what you see. And my heart is, I'm just a big, crazy teddy bear, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was earlier just doing splits on the sofa.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Okay, so I normally finish my episodes with a game called 333. It's just 3 sets of 3 questions.
That's so funny. I just read this morning about the number 333 coming up today.
No way.
And you just said 333. I'll read it to you after.
Okay. So the first 3 are would you rathers. So, would you rather create a completely new dance style or master every existing one?
Create a new one.
Yeah.
I like to blaze my own trail. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Would you rather be able to attend every music festival from now on or have a private concert by your all-time favourite artist?
Private concert, but he needs to come rise from the dead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Private concert.
Who?
Oh, this is controversial, but everyone knows Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Yes!
You went to see Janet Jackson.
I did.
How was it?
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Were you like doing the choreography?
Was I? I was doing it all. And then when I left, I bumped into a load of dancers on the way out and we were all just like, were you doing it? Yeah, we were doing it. It was so good to see them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather be a front person in a pop band or a lead guitarist in a rock band?
Oh, come on, the first.
A pop band?
Yeah, but
Like Spice Girls?
no, think like pop band, yeah, like I can't actually think of a good one right now. I'm not a rock girl though, really.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know
come
why. I
on,
can
like-
imagine you like headbanging though.
Oh yeah, love a headbang, but ooh, like I don't know, like powerful girl band.
Yeah.
Little Mix were actually very powerful in their day.
Yeah.
They actually made my nunny tingle sometimes.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, the next 3 are finish the sentence. One day I am going to...
Rule the world.
Nice. When I step onto the dance floor, I feel...
Free. So fucking free! And happy and alive! And home. I feel like I'm home.
Oh, I love that one. Okay, if I could dance with any artist, dead or alive, it would be...
Michael Jackson!
Okay, so you love Michael Jackson.
His music and his choreography and everything of his artistry, like, forget everything about him in the press. All right, don't forget it, but you know what I mean? Was a dancer's dream. Like, there's not one dancer that wouldn't say that answer, I don't think. Well, maybe there is, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, the last three are random questions. If you were an animal, what would you be?
Panther.
Mm. And your jet black hair as well.
There's many reasons to that answer, but yeah, panther.
Okay, give me 3 reasons.
Well, number one, I love wearing black.
Okay.
No, they're like sexy and sleek and powerful, and you don't really, I don't know, you don't know what's gonna come. But also, my first ever retreat, I pulled a spirit animal card out, for the room and myself, and that spirit animal card was the panther.
Oh, I love that.
And they have become this powerful panther group for me. And the words of it really, really resonated with all of us. So yeah, panther.
Okay. If you weren't a dance teacher, what do you think you'd be doing?
I would probably be in the makeup industry.
Really?
Yeah, I would. I remember my nanny always used to say to me, "Lanosh, please, please, will you be like a makeup beauty girl?" That's how she spoke.
Yeah.
And I was like, my passion isn't there. But what I wanted to do is not like your just normal makeup. I wanted to do like the prosthetics and like I actually signed up for the London College of Fashion to do their makeup course.
No way.
And then my mum was like, "Is this truly what you want?" And I said, "No, mummy, it's not." She was like, "Well, why aren't you following your heart?" I said, "Good point."
Your mum sounds awesome.
No, don't get me started.
Okay, sorry.
She is literally the best human in the world. She is the best human in the world.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy.
Is she going to come to LA for a bit to see you?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, funnily enough, she said to me, "I'll let you settle, and then I'll come out, and hang for a month or whatever."
Oh, okay.
But my stepdad texted me today, and he was like, "So Illana, I think they're away in Spain at the moment.
Okay.
I can imagine what she's like over there with him." He's like, we need to sort something early. Like, she needs something to look forward to now. I was like, yeah, I copy that. Don't worry about it. And he was like, for my health. He was like, you two are annoyingly close. I was like, I don't make you wrong. She's an epic human.
What is one thing on your bucket list that you're determined to cross off?
World tour.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, a world tour. I don't know if you saw that. I did that big event in Tottenham Court Road with the. It was just this big event in with a VT behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I would like that event, but take it around the world because it was like a 6-hour event. I mean, it absolutely fucked me, but it was. If I scale it right, I'd like to do that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the last one is the woman up question. What 3 things do you love about yourself?
My tenacity, my heart, and my tenacity, my heart, and my strength. Is strength and tenacity the same?
Yeah.
All right, tenacity, my heart, my authenticity.
I love that.
I love everything about myself. I spent too many years not. I love everything about myself. And I love every single version of myself I've been. That's why I don't regret anything.
Yeah.
I'm excited to meet the next version of me.
Is there anything that you're working on at the moment, like on yourself?
On myself? Yes. My fear.
Which is?
I'm about to move to a different country. Yeah. I'm about to leave these people that I have loved on for 10 years. I'm about to leave my family, my friends, to go to the unknown. LA's not the unknown. I have friends over there. I have beautiful connections over there. But sometimes my human brain will come in to play and question everything, of course. So I'm working on releasing that fear. But also I like the fear. Yeah. I like being nervous. I'm always working on something. Just elevating the belief in myself. Yeah. Because your self-doubt will always creep in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add to your viewers, your followers?
I'll be back. I will be back, and I cannot wait. And if you've missed out on experiencing Dancebox, I do have a leaving event coming up on the 19th of October in a really beautiful studio called The Manor, and it's going to be filled with everything that you've missed out on for the last 10 years.
I feel really targeted.
So you better come, basically. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait to bye. Love you. Love you, bye.
I need to book that.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
gonna book it. Once we stop recording, I'm gonna book it.
Yeah, honey.
Because I've
now you know.
Just been like watching you for way too long.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
How long have you been following me, did you say?
Years.
That's wild, babe. So many messages I get like this. Oh my God, like endless. And I feel like, you know, people message me all the time. One day I'm gonna come, and in my head I'm knowing that I'm leaving.
You're like, one day
and I'm like,
leaving.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
I can't say that, but I'm just like, TikTok, man. Life is now.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah.
No, I'm gonna book it. 100%.
Good.
Don't forget, guys, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. We really appreciate you, and we hope you've enjoyed this episode. I will see you next week.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, so that's it for this week's episode of the Woman Up podcast. All the links and resources we mentioned in the episode will be in the description, no matter where you're listening or watching from. If you're listening or watching this on a podcast platform such as Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave us a review and follow the channel. You have no idea how much this helps to push out the podcast to a wider audience. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button for the same reason, and feel free to leave a comment, ask a question, or make suggestions. It really means the world to us, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.